Hello. Sorry, I just like to let that intro play out because nothing gets me more hyped than that intro. Alrighty. I'm going to be doing some more Commando Eclipse gameplay. I had a very long run with my brother yesterday when we played together. It went entirely too long. It was like a 3-hour long run. We wanted to see how many loops we could do because I was doing like the funny shaped glass royal capacitor on Artificer. And I came to a realization, or at least I acknowledged it when I was playing earlier. It's that this game gets significantly less interesting the more you play. Here, let me get my headset fully oriented properly. Put it on underneath the hood. Put the hood on overneath. I should be fine. These enemies won't kill me. I said before I died. Comically, we might add. Let me turn the audio back down. Yeah, I was listening to some Eminem, if you couldn't tell. Getting a bit of a later start tonight than I would have liked. I haven't been doing much planning for the past two days, but I've been a bit more determined to do things that I want to, and that's been helping me get more things I want done. But tonight's the last of 2 nights I have before I go back to work, and I have a few things I want to do before then. I did get some art done earlier, which, again, one of the many things on the list, though it wasn't planned for. My sleep schedule's all sorts of screwed up right now, but my plan is to get some chores done before morning, before sunrise, before my roommate wakes up. And then when sun does rise, stay up until the stores I want to hit open, or go to bed early enough that I can hit them after I wake up. And in between now and then, I want to practice some more of my instruments. Did a lot of that the other night. That was fun. Make some more art. I made a sketch and a painting of Commando, and I'm happy with how some parts of it turned out. Overall, I think I'm happy with it, but I'm not. It didn't turn out as good as I like. Obviously, nothing turns out as good as you would have hoped. I think as an artist, but maybe they turn out better than you could have ever imagined. That's how I felt for the Stone Golem. Stone Golem turned out surprisingly well. It turned out way better than I thought it would look. But the Commando one, yeah, I think I could have done a lot of things that would have enjoyed more about it. Which, again, not entirely unrelated statements. I keep not saying the thing. I think I'm unhappy with how some parts of it turned out. Overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. Let me turn this audio down a little bit again so I can get my bearings. Yeah, I think that the game gets less interesting the more you play it in Risk of Rain. Not overall, not necessarily overall. I definitely think it's some of the most interesting is when you know the least about it. But I think the game gets significantly less interesting the more you play in a single run. Because your build becomes more of an everything build the longer you play. The longer you play, the more likely you are to get good items. And because every character scales well with items, the longer you play, the easier the game gets, the less challenging it gets. I was playing with my brother on... not Drizzle. It's the one between Drizzle and Monsoon. It's just basic, just Rainstorm or whatever. It's basic difficulty. And it felt like I was playing on easy mode. Which, fair, if you're just constantly punishing yourself on the hardest difficulty of the game, I suppose it will feel like that. I noticed that I've had only one person even notice and click on my stream since I've started, and I think that's for a few different reasons. Primarily, I'm not trying to get people to click. I'm not trying to stand out. That's not my goal here. I think I'm succeeding in most of the goals that I have for streaming right now, and that's all that really matters. I think I would like it if people stop by because it gives me someone to talk to. But I'm not trying to do it, and therefore it's not happening, which describes how many things happen in my life. I might want a thing to happen, but I'm not trying to make it happen. Therefore, it doesn't happen. almost done charging. So yes, I have a few different things I would like to do today. We're going to stream Risk of Rain probably for a couple hours. Depending on how long my runs last, it could be up to 2.5, but I hope not to go longer than 3. I want to get some reading done tonight. That's something in particular I do want to make a point of saying. I do want to get some reading done tonight. I think that'll be fun. Healing. I got way too close. I might be dead here. Give me your healing. Give me your healing. Healing drone. That's huge. I don't have the money, though. Give me your healing. Go down, please. Healing? Oh my god. See what I mean, though? The game is the most stimulating early on when you're just barely getting by. I think that's part of why I play Commando, because it's not that he's necessarily a bad class. There's obviously worse classes. But he's the most challenging and one of the most stimulating to play. He's consistent enough to where it feels like you always have agency. If you ever lose a fight, it's almost always your fault. What is that? Faulty Conductor? What boss is that from? That's gotta be from one of the new bosses. That's huge. That's a lot of items this early on. I did complete a run with Vinny earlier, so I've got some of my lunar coins back, but we bankrupted ourselves on lunar coins earlier. God, Monster Tooth saved my hide there. Anyways, where was I? I do want to make some more sketches. I'm not sure how I'll do next, though, because as much as I would like to do Commando again and try to do him doing a different pose, do something cool, I want to try something else. Maybe a simpler sketch. Maybe go for a Wisp this time. Work with some new colors. That could be fun. Ooh, I'm debuffing a lot. This is the debuff run, huh? There's a teleporter out. Okay, I see it. If more items make the game less exciting, then maybe I should just go straight for the telly. I do not yield. I do not care. I do not care. I will not back off to the likes of you. That's right. Back up, punk. Anyways, I don't know, like, my thoughts are so scatterbrained nowadays. Feels like I'm barely in control of them. I did take my meds, so I can hopefully try to lock in. I also want to make some food, make some sketty. So what will I be doing today? Probably going to do this for a couple hours. Ooh. crit classes. Love me some crit classes. I want some void items too. So it'll probably be stream, finish stream, go do chores while making some food, and then get to music practice and art practice. Yeah, let's just start the boss. I can do everything else after. Let's start stacking up my damage too. I need to find some geometry I can hide behind. I hope this is enough. Oh, it is. Ooh, I got Ronald and Kajara's band. Cool. Never one without the other. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I want to do some writing. Now, how am I going to fit that into my schedule? What comes first? Oh, and get up here. I thought I saw something good. I want to start writing a script for that video of mine outlining things. I might do that on stream, honestly. Like, in between runs, I might do that. And I don't need to have most of the dishes done today. Honestly, I might just be staying up well into noon-ish territory today. Maybe just, like, make breakfast at, like, 5. It'll be done by time Ari gets up. Let's mute alter. Saving my lunar coins, though. Full damage is lethal. But I didn't forget. Credit card? Panic egg, I will take it. So I think do a run, sketch and write for like half an hour, then do another run, and then that's the end of stream. I don't know, that's always been more the kind of thing I wanted to do when I streamed. I've streamed before. My brother and I used to be big on streaming back in high school. He would do League, I would do a little bit of everything. But I always liked the idea of streams where you basically just chill and chat and then occasionally do like high octane things. Just basically like have most of your computer time set aside to just chat with people while doing said computer things. Like, oh hey, I want to play League. I'm going to chat with people while doing some silly things on League. Oh hey, I want to play Risk of Rain. I'm going to chat with people while doing some silly things on Risk of Rain. But then, as I tend to do, ADHD to be blamed or not. I like to also do things in between those activities, like oh, the illusion of free choice. Haha. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I like to do things in between those things. Like sometimes I'll be playing a video game and say, actually, I want to make something, and I'll go make something. Or maybe I'll be making something and say, you know what? I want to go play a video game. I want to go play a video game. Is it the most productive? Yeah, so that's the way I like to do things. Oh, Bungus. Warped Echo's probably the best. Give me some damage. Burst damage survival. Alright, let's go hit that multi-shop and go hit the tally. If I find any more items on the way, I'll grab them. Like that. Gonna be hard to beat on demand and vulnerability, though. Remote caffeinator, yeah, no thanks. Give me your money. Oh, there's a luck shrine over there. Okay, I guess we're staying for a little bit. It's weird. I never thought I'd find a... It's like... You ever, like, look at things in hindsight and realize you never thought you'd become part of that crowd, as it were? Like, I've always wanted to make art, but I never thought I'd be someone who makes fan art. I bashed my foot really hard. Oh, I hope I didn't hurt myself. No. No, I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, because, like, I've never... Dang, that multi-shop's gonna be hard to get to. I never thought I'd be like, ooh, yes, please. I love Cautious Slug, my little slug buddy. Let's go. Let's go, friendo. Oh, man, what was I saying? Does it even matter? Jokes aside, though. What was I saying again? Yeah, I never thought I'd be part of the, like, people that make fan art. But I guess I technically am. I've made fan art of Risk of Rain twice now. More than twice if you count my unfinished sketches. I've made art of the Lemurian, of the Wisp, of the Child, and then I made finished sketches. Like, by finished, I mean, I colored them with watercolor and everything. I even shaded a bit on Commando and on the Stone Golem. I made a fully finished piece of fan art for the Stone Golem, and I made a fully finished piece of art for the Commando. The Commando one obviously shows my lack of understanding of how some of the finer details of human body shape breaks down, and even more bizarre geometry like armor and weapons, but I'm still happy overall with how it came out and that I made it. So I'm gonna keep doing that. That's all that matters, right? Question is, what do I make next? Oh, Engineer would be a fun one. It's probably gonna be Engineer. Ow. I'll leave some enemies alive so that way I've got something to shoot. Stack up damage. Wandering Vagrant again. Okay, I have invulnerability on call this time though, so. My bones. Alright, let's start stacking up damage. This is the reason I love this game, by the way. It's the same reason why I love what's it called? Give me your heal, give me your heal, give me your heal. I didn't get it. This is the same reason, though, why I love... Not Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is the exact opposite of what I love about it. This is the reason why I love 7 Days to Die. It's that one-man army type feel. And it's not just like in feel and then in lore, it's two completely different options. When that feeling and that lore lines up, of it's you versus the planet and you stand a chance. It's you versus a worldwide calamity and you stand a chance. It's like Doomslayer levels of power fantasy that I love. I don't like those games where it's like you against an insurmountable threat and you never stood a chance and you never will. Like, that's part of why I don't vibe with the vibe of Project Zomboid. It literally opens with, this is the story of how you died. And I'm like, no, it's not. John Zomboid said that's not the case. I like games that don't make it easy on you, but I don't like games that force your hand, that railroad your story into filling that narrative, you know? And it's not saying those games can't exist, that's just my personal preference, you know? That's gonna go very nicely with my gasoline. My tracking feels great sometimes, and other times it does not. All right, let's get a move on. We got to keep it moving, keep it moving. I don't feel like I picked up nearly enough items in this stage, so I'm taking way too long. 11 minutes per stage so far, and I feel like I'm trying to rush myself. But I can't yap and rush the stage at the same time. Let's make that the goal of the stage. Let's try to complete the stage in less than 8 minutes. Let's get out of here by 30 minutes. Alright, Hopo Feather. And I'm... Oh, wait. No, I missed input. I'm going to make goals. We're going to rush through this level. Squid Fall. I don't want Squid Fall. I'm going to Squid Fall off anyways. Focus Crystal. We're a melee build now. Got him. Lost your lenses. You know what? I want them. I love the funny vine boom. Nothing will take the funny vine boom away from me. I think oddly shaped opal for a little more survivability. Now let's get up super high. Detonate. What are we looking at? Chest right here. Gotta get out of here in 6 minutes. So I think I loot for like another minute 30, and then I go hit the telly, and then I use that money to loot, and then I leave. Oh, you punks don't scare me. Okay, maybe a little bit. Alright, I have a lot of money now. Yes. That, you know what? Lost Your Lenses are probably my favorite version of the glasses, but it's really close. Not Lost Your Lenses, Lens Crafters lenses, because Lost Seer that satisfaction of just randomly sending something to the Shadow Realm, there's no feeling quite like it. That's gonna hurt. Well, not really. There's a teleporter. Let's hit this a few times. Will-O-Wisp. I love Will-O-Wisp. Alright, starting to come up a little bit, so... yeah. Alrighty. Not bad time, but I'm definitely not going to be able to afford most of the items in this. That's fine. I said I wanted to shave some time off, so I'm going to do that. Besides, it wouldn't be fun if I had all the items I needed now, would it? I need some better cover. High ground, my beloved. And there's birds everywhere. Alrighty. Go off, slug. Slug's going off, okay. Alright. Just gotta start stacking my damage is all. We can probably pick that one off. He's pretty far along. Stop shooting at me! They just keep spawning more birds! I have a feeling I'm not invulnerable when I'm like this. I thought I was. I might be wrong. Alright, I need to make some distance or I'm gonna die. This might be it. What hit me? Oh man, that's frustrating. Like, I feel like I didn't have enough sustain, but I had a lot of healing items. Alright, let's do another one. Two combat shrines, that helps. If there's a Halcyon shrine, though, I'm gonna cry. Bungus. Don't think I'll need that, though. I'm just styling on him. I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but I feel like I did a really good job of prioritizing targets there and moving around their abilities. Alrighty. That's a pretty decent chunk of cash to start the match with, so now I can just focus on running and gunning. I don't need to really sit down in a place and find enemies. I think that was 2 crits back to back. Nice. Lunar coin? Yes, please. There's a luck shrine over there. Not finding a lot of items, to be honest. I guess I gotta go hit that luck shrine. Still no crates? Ichor. I do like me an Ichor. Milky Chrysalis. Yes, please. It's really sick that Milky Chrysalis actually just gives you wings you keep. Now I think about it, a lot of items do put items, like a lot of equipments, I mean, actually put items on you because the Supermassive Leech does. Does every single one of them do that? I don't think I've actually acknowledged that. Alrighty, here we go. Now we're finding some of the items. Oh, this will help. You're done for, punk. You don't stand a chance. This is what I mean, though. Early game Commando is just the most fun. Can I turn on a modifier that just adds in a guaranteed void seed to the first stage? Because Halcyon Shrine's almost always guaranteed. Can I get like a guaranteed void seed at the front of the stages instead? Void items are just so much fun to play with. They're not even they're good in general, but they're not even the best items in the game. I just like them. They're fun. Actually, wait, if I do this, won't I get a faster complete? Well, it's fine. I'm not going to finish charging the teleporter before anyways. I love Topaz so much. That brooch. Ow. Need some more shields. Alright, now let's finish him before he finishes me. Got him. ATG! Yeah, I definitely think that Engineer's gonna be who I sketch next. I want to sketch him sitting down, though, because I've just been doing standing front poses for everybody. Alright, now let's move. Yep, portal time. This is enough. Sub 6 minutes clear time. Heck yeah, that's much faster for me. That's almost half the time. Oh, that's why Hiker's Boots are so good. If you can just get above your enemy, which you should already be having the high ground anyways, and shooting them gives you ramping damage amp. I see. I would love to try those out on Mercenary. Maybe I'll do a Mercenary run tonight just for fun before I end. I don't think I've ever actually beat Mercenary on Monsoon normally, though. Hell, I don't even know if I beat the game with him. All right, we have fireworks. We should be fine. I'm just going to start running, gunning, and looting. Monster Tooth, healing. More movement. Yes, please. Let me get those faster clears. This is turning to a run and gun and loot. Die, punk. Have at thee. I shall deal with these vermin post-haste. No, don't say vermin. I couldn't think of another mean word to say for them, but I'm not Mithrix. I'm not him. I'm not cool. And also, I'm not mean like that. They're worthy adversaries. They aren't mere vermin. Where's the portal at? I already found it? Okay, I guess we're going to go hit the portal. I've only obtained 3 items, though. I feel like if I just keep doing 3 items per stage, I'm setting myself up for failure, but we can see what happens. I have more movement speed, though, so surely I can spare a little bit of time to loot. Look at that. They even give me a blood statue. Oh, here we go. Oh, more damage or more movement? Movement. If you think about it like this, more movement lets you clear stages faster. They let you get through the game faster. You're effectively getting more damage amp by fighting enemies that are weaker. That's the way I see it, at least. Backup mag's fun. Ow. Straight into Corpus Colossum. Though I don't think my Corpus is very Colossum. More Minorum. I'm gonna die. All right, we get this crate, then we leave. Mocha, that's a damage amp. I'll take it. Jeez, it's all wandering vagrant. Jesus Christ! Oh, they all pulsed red because they got stronger. I see. Interesting. That was a lot of fall damage. Alright, now I need to move. Enemies are flanking me. Please be enough! It wasn't enough! God dang it, man! I do appreciate the shorter runs, though. Honestly, these short, deadly runs feel more fulfilling than a full run. Have I even beat the game on Mercenary once? I don't think I have. Let's try it. What the heck? Why not? I do like how many different characters give you a different perspective on the fights. Commando definitely rewards you for having a control over the battlefield type of perspective. Like, he wants high ground. He wants to not be surrounded by the enemy. He wants to have all enemies in front of him, ready for him to be gunning down. But Mercenary thrives on getting quick into the combat, getting in and slicing everything up, then getting out just as fast. In a similar way, Artificer likes to keep her distance, but she doesn't ever like to get up close. But, you know, Commando has the kit to get in close and get out as well. Like, there's just a little bit of an everything man. But Mercenary never wants to be far away from his target. He has the tools to get out if need be, though, because getting in close is dangerous. I forgot I also just have a double jump built in. Alright, get some healing going on from over here, and now I can get up there. Let's see what's over there. I kind of, like, doesn't matter how much gold you give to the Halcyon Shrine, you have to wait till a certain stage in the game to effectively finish it, because you can only generate so much gold per second in the game by default, because it only spawns so many enemies per second. Kind of like Call of Duty in that aspect. Oh, there's a tally. Crowbar. Yeah, I don't like crowbar on this guy. I'll probably just scrap it. This guy is so much fun. If you don't just mindlessly spam your abilities, you actually get a lot of options in combat. I like that. You can also trim with his right click, kind of like how you can with Commando's dash. Alright, I think now we can start donating money to this, because this will start spawning enemies fast enough that I can kill each wave progressively. I'm noticing a lot of your combat capabilities on this guy are especially hindered by skill. Because all of his attacks seem to be AoE, how quickly you can get through waves of enemies depends on how effectively you use your skills. Whereas on some other characters, it depends entirely on whether you can hit them or not. I died. Dang it, man. I was slicing him for what felt like ages. I think that's because I only got like one actual damage item. I felt like I was playing that very well. I also tanked a bunch of hits back to back. Yeah, let's give him another try. Armor plating? Nah. Cautious Slug? Yes, please. Cautious Slug's one of the best items. I love it. Who couldn't do with more health regen, right? I think I'm dead here. God dang, dude. Blind Pests are awful. Most of the damage I took there was just from Blind Pests. God, that's rough. I guess that's on me for not prioritizing them. Damn, I was so excited to play that map too. Now I gotta do Shattered Abodes. No void cradle in sight. What is this? I think this will be better. I need on-kill effects. Speaking of, let's go kill some things. Get some money and get some health back. It's definitely an iconic look that base level Mercenary has, but it never really clicked with me as the other characters did. It's not one of my more preferred ones. That's why I'm not running his base skin. I just like, first of all, Prisoner's way cooler. I haven't played his game yet, but I'm so excited to. Also, again, his design doesn't click with me. It takes the, like, best aspects of the Wandering Swordsman and just turns him into it keeps the shape language and makes it sci-fi, which is interesting. It's a very interesting conversion of the tropes, but I just prefer that standard look, you know? So it's just not something I personally find cool, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who like it. Like, people who are into Warframe probably love that type of stuff. And Warframe is cool in concept, don't get me wrong. Again, it's just not my preferred, like, genre, you know? I've never been so devastated that I'm on a completely different ship than my friends than I have been recently, because I've just been constantly wishing I could spend more time with my partner or with my brother. Hell, even just with friends I used to game with, and it's just been hitting me especially hard lately. It sucks not only the times I have to work, it sucks how much I have to work at all. I'm sure I'm not saying anything new for most of the people in the working class. Oh man, if only we could just work a little bit less. But I mean, like, I do mean it. Like, I've used almost all my PTO this year trying to turn all my 4-day weeks into 3-day weeks because I'm just a lot happier. I think that's really close to the right amount of work that I would need to be sustainably happy. But good luck finding a workplace that pays you well enough to make that a livable situation and also is comfortable not having you do a full work week ever. See, that stuff I live for. I love that. In fact, I think that might be why I like Commando so much. Because it's very punishing if you don't execute well. That's why I love games like, it's not Metal Gear Rising. Well, yes, Metal Gear Rising, but Devil May Cry. It's giving me major Devil May Cry vibes. But even less so. I think Metal Gear is a more apt description for it. Because in Devil May Cry, you can make lots of mistakes. But if you're consistently making mistakes, you're not going to win some of the tougher boss fights. But in Metal Gear Rising, if you're playing on the harder difficulties, you get a couple mistakes in a fight at best. If you make more than like 3 or 4 mistakes, you've already lost. And that's just in boss fights. In Metal Gear Rising Revengeance mode, on the, Revengeance difficulty, most basic combats will instantly game over you if you get hit once. And I think that's why I like this character so much. It's more of what I like from Commando, except even more punishing. Oh, Vinny's calling me. Just a second. Hello? Vinny?
There you go.
Hey. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep streaming. I want to keep playing Mercenary. He's really starting to get to me. Like, this playstyle is starting to remind me... Oh, it's like a mixture of Plague Knight, not Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and Raiden. I like it a lot. I wish he had an ability that was a parry. He might. His new ult might be a parry. But Vinny, that's going to be so tough. It's called Mercenary Ethereal. As Mercenary, complete a prismatic trial without falling below 100% health. Do you know what that means?
What'd you say?
Vinny, the prismatic trial is basically every so often they refresh a new seeded run that you have to do, and it's uber difficult, and it has a theme to it. Like, maybe enemies will have a certain item, or maybe you'll have different, like, artifacts applied to you. But I have to beat a prismatic trial without ever falling below 100% health on Mercenary to unlock his ult.
That sounds kind of insane.
That is insane. I couldn't imagine being asked to complete a regular stage without falling below 100% health.
Now, let me ask you this. What's a prismatic trial?
I just said it's basically like a seeded run. Like, the run's always the same. It has the same items. It has the same drops. It has the same everything. And you have to complete it, and it has like special modifiers applied to it too. Like, maybe enemies are carrying items, or maybe you have different artifacts applied to you. Just difficulty modifiers, basically.
I'm gonna beat this fucking dog. He just sat in my spot. So you're gonna get it, man. You're gonna get it. I love that these animals know I'm not abusive, because every time I walk towards them saying the most heinous shit, their tails just start wagging. Like, I could say, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna fucking punch your little stupid head, and he just starts wagging his tail.
Yeah.
That's the complete opposite thing about Ernie and Gale's dog, because the way it got conditioned, I don't know if you know what I'm referring to, but like, anytime you even approach the dog without saying anything, it was just fucking scampering away. By the way, I heard Ernie got to go back to his house.
Yeah.
Which is nice, I guess. Just wish they would have done that before his wife passed away.
You're dropping a whole lot of lore without a lot of context.
And then there's the bite of 87, so... I start making shit up that's not true. I was like, yeah, after his time in the war, shit wasn't quite the same between him and his wife.
Dude, I just can't believe they made him close down his pizza shop. Like, why would you do that? It was the last thing the dude had.
Well, yeah, but he got caught with the landlord's wife in bed, so what do you expect? Wasn't much of a popularity issue so much as it was a scandal, but at the end of the day, everybody got paid, so it wasn't much of a loss.
Jeez, man.
Okay,
ooh, shield generator attack speed.
I can see why Usopp lies. This is pretty fun.
Yeah, it is.
How do most countries get their names, by the way? Like, how does one person get to dictate what the country's name will be for the next few 100,000 years?
Usually by conquest.
True. America in a nutshell. Actually, how funny is that, by the way? The Americans are just like I imagine at the time that America was being founded, they were like the rowdy teenagers of the world. Like, dude, how funny would it be if we seceded from the, like, British government? He's like, oh, dude, that'd be crazy. Then he wakes up after a night of drinking and they're throwing tea in the harbor. He's like, oh shit, we're really doing this.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The poker boys called me. I guess they wanted me to, like, chat with me
poker
while they're drunk, because they were, like, typing very worryingly, and they're well, they were calling me at like 1:30 a.m. Probably put two and two together.
Is Dylan doing okay? Have you talked to him recently?
I have not, actually. I really should. I want to reach out to a lot of our family. It's just we've been so busy with work, but we should carve time out for them.
Dylan is not our family.
The hell he's not. Say what you will about the kid, but we've been through a lot.
That doesn't make us close. And now we're family? It's not that easy. Not saying it is, but you could make it easy.
Exactly.
Wait, the last day of school is coming up? Holy shit, that's right. It's May almost.
All right, let's see. Let me just reorient my eyes. What am I doing here? Okay, I need to get some items. I need to go hit that portal. It's already 4 minutes in. Gasoline, nice. What's that? Gasoline, yes, please. Then I think we go hit this portal, and that'll give us more than enough DPS to finish the boss fight and get money afterwards.
I'm gonna be leaving Carlson, so just tell chat that Thomas Tagalucci sends his regards.
First of all, don't know who that is. Second of all, why are you leaving? You just got here.
So I was gonna join on my computer.
Oh, fair enough.
And think my mac and cheese is so much done.
Oh, the AoE damage is ridiculous. I love gasoline. Burn it all down. Burn it all down. I don't give a. Burn it all down. Burn it to the ground. Good song. It's by I Prevail, I think.
I think you know.
Backup mag on this guy's actually kind of swanky. Watch this. Ooh. Ooh. I got the moves. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can. Ooh. Then I just hit him with one of these.
Yeah, I'm very torn right now.
Torn how? What'd you tear?
I really wanna watch the final season of Stranger Things. But I've heard from everyone and another that it's ass.
Then don't.
But I want to finish the adventure. I at least want to see how it resolves, see who gets the girl, see who gets left behind in town, living with their mother because they failed high school, you know what I mean?
Fair enough. Eddie did.
I
Rest
can
in
name
peace,
one
Eddie.
person who that happened to.
Well, we both know 11 never finished high school.
11. She was never in high school.
Exactly. She never finished high school.
Yeah, I know you never finished college. Or let me rephrase
I
it.
didn't.
Let me phrase it. Diego, I know you never finished trade school.
I didn't.
Yeah, because you weren't in trade school. Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, well, in a manner of speaking, I guess you could call what I do a trade.
I mean, it kind of is. We
Yeah,
work in
I think
manufacturing,
especially
though,
if you call
so
it a trade.
depends on how much you consider it a trade.
You can't just pick a skill or specialization and call it a trade. That's any fucking job ever.
Exactly.
Most jobs.
It's like you're basically describing the difference between white collar and blue collar labor, because like white collar is not a trade. If you go to a like law firm and you do paperwork for them all day, that's not a trade. But then if you go and do stuff with your hands, that's a trade. That might include paperwork, but paperwork's not the focus. Skill that you build up over years of expertise is. And we kind of do a little bit of both. That's why it's such a hard job type to nail down, you know?
Would you call being a doctor being a trade?
Absolutely. It's like both, dude. It's like you can either learn by study or you can learn by doing. Like, set enough bones straight and you'll eventually get good enough at it, right? There's like levels to that stuff. Do you mean like a heart surgeon? I don't think so. But do you mean like maybe an entry-level nurse or paramedic? Not even, dude. I'm vastly underestimating the amount of medical knowledge it takes to get there. But like the skill part of it is still there, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Then what is the difference? Is a trade just something you can solely get to without book learning and you just do the job?
John pisses me off sometimes, man.
Dude, why are you always thinking about work on our off days? Learn to let loose, my god.
Because I'm thinking about the way he was talking shit at the Waffle House and it's pissing me off.
I'm just trying to have a life outside of work, okay? I can be separate from work me. What happens at work, I don't concern with like what happens outside of
But it
work.
didn't happen at work. It happened at Waffle House after work. That's the problem.
What happens at the Waffle House stays in the Waffle House.
shit, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but like if you don't like the guy, don't associate him with him. I don't know. Like, I like some things about him. I dislike some things about him, but I don't think he's like not amicable enough to where you can interact with him and be normal about it.
Yeah, I hope he ends up on the back of a milk cart.
Brilliant Behemoth on Mercenaries, kind of funny.
Is that the missile launcher one?
No, it's the one that turns all your attacks explode. I also got ATG missile launcher. Holy moly! Wait, if I can get pocket ICBM, this is going to go crazy.
Shit, I guess we're doing a range build now.
Exactly. That's how it is, man. Gets fireworks times 10 in pocket ICBM. Dang, guess we're doing range now.
I just realized that with all the fireworks I had, we never got ICBM.
Yeah.
How does ICBM work?
Pocket ICBM makes all of your missiles fire 2 additional missiles, and it makes their damage amped as well.
Damn, that would have been crazy. Move. Doesn't ICBM just stand for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile?
I think so, yeah. Which is crazy that you can fit one of those in your pocket. She never stood a chance. Queensland. Hey, just someone to help soak up the hits.
The minorities never stood a chance.
What is wrong with
Actually,
you?
if I think about it, we're on an alien planet. That makes us the minority. Doesn't that make us a double-blown double baby?
No, we're colonizers. It's worse. We exploit the natives.
Don't we have a Lemurian amongst us? Why is the Lemurians on the planet and
It's not a Lemurian. Accurate is an experiment. They're not a Lemurian to my knowledge.
Okay, but what is he?
To our knowledge, they're just an experiment, and who was experimenting on them, I'm still not sure. I assume it was like I assume he came down on the ship, like he was being shipped intergalactically, not internationally, God. He was being shipped intergalactically on that ship, and when the ship crashed down, he got released. That's my knowledge about it, though. I haven't played enough of the first game to know exactly where he hails.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit with those international tariffs, which is gonna start
Intergalactic tariffs?
Yeah, intergalactic tariffs, and they start an intergalactic space war. There's gonna be intergalactic.
Vinny, I don't know if I told you that. Like, remember I told you that like Colonel Drawn boy said he like graduated at a really specific date?
Uh-huh.
It also said that Lieutenant Drone Man is still serving as if the most recent war he served in was the 19th World War. It was said WW19.
That's so funny.
That asks so many questions though. Like, first of all, are they just counting Earth's wars? Because we've unlocked intergalactic travel, so that just might be galactically international wars. And then it's like, okay, well, if only 19 planets have had worldwide wars so far, or at least 19 worldwide wars on planets, for a galactic empire, that's not that bad. But then across what period of time? Because this is near future. It said that was as of 2050. Are you telling me in 30 years we've already had another 17 world wars? That's a world war every other year.
That's more than a world war every year. I mean, that's by 2030. Isn't that a world war like once a year and then some?
No, it was 2050.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's a world war every other year. And world wars can last ages, so that's like that means just constantly there's at least one world in global conflict with itself.
You know what I was gonna say, Diego?
What?
What would make a lot of sense to me is if the intergalactic tariff were just an international ploy to start an international space war to reopen the international Strait of Hormuz.
You keep saying international, you mean intergalactic. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, intergalactic Iran's gonna shoot intergalactic missile, like overplanetary missiles that go from one planet to another. Pluto.
You accidentally nail a moon colony in the crossfire.
Literally, dude, they're gonna make so many fucking. They literally would. That's why I said they just randomly hit Pluto by mistake, and Pluto's like, leave me out of this.
So they just ice. Hey, yo, leave me out of this.
Literally.
But it wouldn't even be a chance to respawn. If you're trying to hit another planet with a missile enough to do global damage, you're nuking that moon. There's nothing left.
Probably.
Maybe that's part of their plan. They bring the moon down like the card demos down in order to cause substantial land damage.
They bring the moon down like Thanos pulling the fucking moon down to that planet Titan.
Or like, his name's not Bruce Willis. What is his name? Who's the guy that played the Jim Carrey? Like Jim Carrey in Bruce Almighty. Remember when he did that? Yeah, he pulled the moon down.
Bigger for his gate?
Yeah. And I remember like it caused a bunch. Like I remember each one of the things he did had like real world consequences because you know he was playing God. And I think that one just caused like the tide levels to surge and cause unbelievable damage to parts of the coast in the world.
I was gonna say, Diego, what if we just like, what if we put a bunch of missiles on the moon to create a pushing effect to push it closer towards the Earth so it stops getting further away?
That would increase the gravitational pull on our planet, causing a lot of stuff to happen with the ocean, I think. But on top of that, if the gravitational pull of that is affecting our ocean, it's also affecting us. That might lower the amount of G's that most life forms on the planet experience, at least when the moon's close to them.
That'd be sick.
That would be cool, but also lower gravity has very detrimental effects on humans long term. It's like documented that it like causes decreased bone density and stuff in humans. It makes them more frail when they come back to Earth after doing it for sustained periods of time, to my knowledge.
When they were studying the people who went onto the moon multiple times, and they just did this with the Artemis people too, they found that people who go into space, their immune system stop functioning properly. Do you know why?
Why?
Because the blood cells in your blood start flowing, they stop flowing properly. So the thing is gravity pulls your blood down and your heart pumping forces it back up and stuff. But when you're in space, your blood isn't being pulled down by gravity anymore. So instead of moving very fast, it goes slowly. It's still moving fast enough to keep you alive and keep oxygen traveling to your brain. But because of that happening, and also the orientation of your blood getting changed from going up to down sometimes, it fucks with your white blood cells in such a way to where they're rendered much more useless than on Earth, apparently.
Yeah, that's like
That's
a
pretty
moon
interesting,
sickness.
Hey.
Oh, that's a lot of crit classes. It's tempting. It's so tempting. You know what? You only live once. Let's grab like 3. There goes my
Why did you send me an
blade.
image of Usopp using a cross on Brook?
Because I was showing Ari Brook, because I also showed them Brook, Binks' brew from Brook.
Is that the first episode they ever met Brook?
Yes. Not that one exactly, but like, yes, Thriller Bark is where they first met Brook, and yes, they freaked out.
I know Thriller Bark is where they first met Brook. I couldn't tell if that was Thriller Bark or not because they're still inside the ship. I remember them meeting him inside the ship. What I don't remember is the fucking the animation quality being that high as it was at that point.
It was high, but it was still like One Piece style, which I like, because I feel like One Piece is losing its style currently.
It really is. I love the image of the guy skateboarding with a monster with a crowd of skeletons in the back. There's a cat in a Russian box selling alcohol. There's a bunch
Selling
of
White Monster.
girls. And there's a fucking dragon fighting a shark in the background.
Dragon fighting a megalodon in the background. There's so many cool parts to that.
This is the only good use of AI I've ever seen in my life.
It's not AI. It's Photoshop.
Damn, that's pretty good Photoshop then.
Photoshop's not even that hard to do that good.
Well, what really gets me specifically is the shark and the fucking dragon in the back being melted so well into the clouds with the fucking skeleton in front of them. This also means some dude actually had to skateboard on a fucking, you know, in a night suit.
Yeah.
I really wish my dog would stop asking me to go back outside because it's literally pouring rain outside. Red, I'm not taking you back outside. It is raining. I'm not getting wet again.
You hear the sounds of fighting, but where? There it is. Let's show that punk what for. I play Doomstrider. Don't mind if I do.
Go. Where are you going? That's not where I want you. No, you're goop there. Stop generating, you fat motherfucker.
What? What are you talking to?
Don't sit in the middle, it's fine. I swear to God, when I picked that dog up, he was specifically deadly. Fucking confident. You understand what I'm saying, Diego?
No.
When I was trying to pick Red up, he specifically made his body as heavy as possible so I couldn't move him. That's what I'm saying.
Duke does that too when he's sleeping on a bed. Kinetic dampener, yes. And I will trade off my lunar item. It's just too much friendly fire.
Bro, we're just never finishing our D&D session.
We are almost done wrapping up. It'll probably be done in another week or two.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Get after Red Man.
I really like the description for some of the items in this game. I might start sketching those too. Like Defiant Gouge is a good one. Defiant Gouge features both the hammer of the chisel of a sculptor and a hardened implement someone used to gouge a statue. What happened in the story for the Defiant Gouge is that a group of people asked an artist to make them a statue, so the artist did so, but the group of people weren't satisfied with how the statue looked. They didn't match their artistic vision. So the people took up a gouge to carve it into their version of what they think a beautiful statue should look like, and the artist was greatly offended by this and took out their frustrations on the people. Notably, the people who enacted their own enforced their own idealistic version of art or artistic beauty, if you will, on the statue were turned into statues themselves.
And that's how Really Night was made.
And that's where Guardians come from. Not actually. I had a Sail Star. I should have saved that. Oh well.
Come on, is there a legendary chest in your stage?
Yeah.
I doubt that.
It's a stage 4.
I doubt that. Alright, I'll be right back. I guess I'm going outside again because Red refuses to leave the fucking door alone.
Alrighty. I want a good old-fashioned gunner drone. I need more of those. I'm scaling up fairly well so far, but I need some more durability if I want to survive Mithrix. My movement is getting pretty nice, though. Should have no trouble getting through that stage in terms of movement alone. I have to get rid of that movement so I can actually focus. Prayer beats, nice. If I can get them off. Oh man, I realized the worst thing about playing this guy. I have to beat Mithrix without any items. Oh, that's gonna be rough. I just have to run straight at him and pray. That's all I really can do. I don't have enough money for the legendary chest, but it's alright. Sky Meadow, yes, I love this map. Shrine of the Mountain, don't mind if I do. See, can I just... There we go. Ooh, loud thunder. Another Shrine of the Mountain? I can do 2 Shrines of the Mountain. Finally dead. Oh, but I might be too. Too much movement makes it really hard to like aim my abilities on this guy. Which fair, if it's harder to aim myself, it's harder to aim my abilities because I am my abilities on melee. Seed of Life, yes. That will save my butt when I'm fighting Mythic, so let's hope I don't pop it before then. I think I found where all the items are. I also need to keep my eye out for the scrapper. Get these prayer beads off. Give me some range. Nope. Be gone with you. There's another drone over here. I think drones are going to be paramount to getting Mithrix low enough to give me my items back. Another incinerator drone. Vinny?
Diego.
Hey, sorry I didn't answer you. I didn't notice your call because streamer mode and all that.
Look at this poor man. Yo, do you see my camera?
Wait, let me turn my stream on. Oh yeah. What's he staring at?
No, look at his fur, man.
Well, he's wet, but why was he looking like that?
He's looking at Duke who's running. Diego, I can't convey it well enough without my cam. Wait, can I turn my camera light on? No, I don't think I can. Trust me, he's way more wet than he looks. Like, his fur is soaked.
I believe you, but he wanted to go outside, so he went outside.
So, I don't know if I told you this, we have the regular leashes for them, which are like 5 or 6 feet of length. But Mom, for some reason, got this really, really long red cable one, and it's fairly strong, but I was like, man, I really don't want to leave the porch and go take him out tonight. I'm like, wait a minute. I just put the really long one on him and told him to go, and he just sort of took himself out. I feel bad, because I was up, mostly dry on the porch, watching him squatting in the yard.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny though. It was kind of funny. I'll clean that up in the morning. I'm not doing that right now in the rain, dude. I'm already soaked enough as is. I didn't want to ruin my jeans. I have no pair of backups to wear. Anyway, he's finally stopped complaining, but now you're soaked. Are you happy about that? Don't look at me like that, man. I didn't make you go out there. He turns from looking at Duke to looking at me, and I feel bad. He looks so sad.
Because he's wet?
This shit, I would be too if I was that soaked, man. Look at him. He's gotta be so fun. Oh my god, Duke, stop. Duke just shook off near me. That's like the 5th time he's shaken.
Already double stride to the mountain. Let's hope I don't insta-die.
But doesn't that give you more rewards for beating the boss? Oh, your reach on downfall, your hubris. The inner machinations
of this is bad.
Mind are a little okay, let me put my glasses on. Okay, glasses are on now. Let me join the call on this one.
What are they aiming at?
I don't think they even know.
What? Dude, how am I supposed to kill Mithrix? I'm just gonna kill myself. Vinny, I have, okay, so for reference, I have 3 kinetic dampeners on me and a personal shield generator. 2 personal shield generators. If I go up to auto Mithrix, I'm gonna die to my own kinetic dampener going off. Yeah, I have kinetic dampeners on.
Well, time to play more Schedule 1 because no one else wants to play with me.
I fully have no idea how I'm going to defeat Mithrix.
I have all the friend slop games in my library, but no friends to slop with. Okay, I guess Duke found a solution for getting dry, Diego.
What's that?
He just threw his... I'm not kidding. Hey, hey, hey. Stop. I'm being so cute.
Now, if I stack up my shoes far enough, I might be able to just skip charging those. But I'm not sure.
Duke found a solution for getting dry quickly.
What's that?
You know how he likes rolling around on his back sometimes? He
Yeah.
just threw himself into the back of the couch. He's doing it again. He's rolling his back like crazy against the couch. It's so funny and so
Oh
cute,
yeah, this
dude.
is doable.
Ow, stop kicking
Okay,
me,
so
bastard.
doing that cancels my momentum, but that's doable.
Oh my god, you're so cute. You know that, Duke?
I'm just gonna run around a little bit and get my move speed up. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god, I actually just skipped it all. Well, we're here. Let's get it over with.
What?
Just think of it like a visit to the dentist. It's gonna be nothing like a visit to the dentist. Probably lose the same amount of teeth though.
I mean, it is gonna be just like a visit to the dentist. You're gonna be plastered as fuck.
He keeps calling me slow and stuff. Like, brother, I didn't need you to tell me that.
Are you fighting Mithrix?
Yep. That was terrifying, but I knew I would go invulnerable, so I was fine. Nah, I don't have it this time. Where are you going, man? Fight's back here. Alright, time for the Chimera. Let's start with the ones that can fly. Oh, then won't drop any money. That's not good. That hurt.
Okay. I'm officially over.
This is really bad.
Anyway,
I
dude,
died.
was just gonna say, did you actually?
Not ever yet. I still got my seed of life.
Come back to the drone.
I don't think you can do that.
Mythix is a king of nothing. He's got no jurisdiction on the matter. How bitch do you think he is when he sees one of us down, we come back to the drone? You can't do that cheating. It's like, who are you to decide?
Literally the king of nothing, brother. He says you're nothing. My brother in Christ, you're literally the king of nothing. I goofed. Heal. He's so low. He's on 45. All right, he's down. I need to start reviving all my drones. My drones are getting me my items back. Alright, I have all my kinetic dampeners. It should be safe to go in and finish the job. Got him. Holy Christ on toast. That was scary. My heart's still pumping. Alrighty, now I actually have to get out of here.
Christ did what? Christ did what?
I just barely managed to defeat him. That was terrifying. Just gotta defend the rescue ship, and I beat this for the first time. This is gonna be my first ever time beating the game on Mercenary, I think, and on Monsoon too, so I get a skin. I achieved Mercenary Mastery. Nice. Oh, it's red themed. It looks like it's red and gold and gray themed. I like that. Alrighty, dude. Let's see what happens. Oh, man. Goodbye, Mithrix. And so I left with dreams of good food and a peaceful night. Most of the damage was dealt by me, but a decent chunk of it was minion damage. And those minions were the only way I was able to close the distance and kill Mithrix without offing myself, thanks to those kinetic dampeners. I have a feeling that that's how a lot of Mercenaries players feel, especially in higher difficulties, when they have to finish off Mithrix. Mercenary Mastery, plus 2 lunar coins.
I don't think I felt closer to death than when I heard Kratos telling Atreus to watch his tone.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest I've seen a child to dying in any television series, and I watch Total Drama Island, okay?
No,
Those people were constantly on the edge of death.
that's basically a chroma swap. The skin for Mercenary is like, it's Oni, cool. But it's basically just chroma swap, and then it changes his mask, and that's it. The rest of his armor stays the exact same. He doesn't even get a new weapon. I was expecting more, I guess, because they give, like, a complete, like, they do a complete retexturing for the Commando. Even his... No, I don't think his guns change either, though. Does anybody else have their kit's loadouts change?
Oh boy, a representative from the House just said that if the Democrats
He does.
win the House majority through the Virginia re-election, they will not seek an impeachment against Trump. You know, I get the feeling that even if that didn't happen, you still wouldn't try to impeach him. I don't feel like you're going to try either way.
Anyways, that was a very fun game, but I think I'm done streaming Risk of Rain for now. How long have I been on for? 2 hours, right at the 2 hour mark. Awesome. I can end semi on time. That was a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun just playing the game and yapping, and I also made more progress. I managed to finally, for the first time ever, beat it on Mercenary, and that was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll give some other survivors a try. Chef is a very goofy character, but he just doesn't feel fun to play. I really don't like the way Chef plays. If I do play the game again, maybe I'll revisit it as Acrid. Loader is fun in concept and gameplay, but she doesn't really... Like, I don't feel like she stands that much of a chance of beating the game on her own. Like, she's burst damage, and that's it. Like, she's burst damage by throwing herself at the enemy, and that's about it. And she's a bruiser. Maybe if I was better at swinging. Oh, engineers, such pre-design. Anyways, I'm going to end stream here. I'm going to just end up yapping all night about the game if I don't, but, I'll be back later, I suppose. Bye.